Hey, hey, hey. Hey, it's Gordon Bradley again. Now, before I get going, I'd like to know if you would like to subscribe to this channel. I think so far I've been fairly medium to okay when it comes to telling you what's going on. Uh, but you know what's really, what I'm really, I can't help but laughing of all of you people out there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not laughing at you. I love each and every one of you, but it's so funny. I read some of my posts here and other places, and they're going, but I don't hear it on the news. I don't hear Biden. Okay, I want to start out with first Biden was never officially president elect. Secretary of State of every state has to file. It's all that long story. So he wasn't even close to it. Second of all, I hear all you people, about, oh, we can't trust the mainstream media and blah, blah, blah. And yet that's the first people you turn to find out the truth. Folks, you know better than that. Only place I know you can hear this, and where I got it from was Next News Network. You got to listen to that. And it comes from Real Clear Politics. They withdrew their projection of Biden with Pennsylvania. Now, see, I got a lot of people coming on going off, and I don't get that. If you don't want to hear me, I'll just, whatever. If you want to stick with the mainstream media, the fake news, and put your trust in them over this guy, I'm not saying I'm any better than anyone else. But if you put the mainstream media, the fake news over me, I don't even want you on this channel because there's something wrong with you. But this is the way it goes. Biden has lost his fake, anyways, that's what it was, fake president-elect status because he never had it. We've got a lot of things coming down the pike here, people. We got lawsuits. We got recounts possibly coming. It may be a recount of the whole country, what I just heard. Who knows? But, of course, recount of the whole country, if they can do it most of the time within 4 to 6 hours, they could probably do it in the 24 to 48 hours. It shouldn't take that long. But a lot of these states, if they do the hand count, that will take longer. But I don't know. I don't know. This is a rumor. I probably shouldn't have said that. But this is what I've heard. But, folks, you don't turn to the fake news to try to get the real news. It doesn't work that way. I'm still personally so sad over Fox News. I really loved Fox News. They were like my family. I mean, for, I don't know, 20 years or more, 20, 25 years maybe, and it's gone. Fox News is gone. Even Neil Cavuto, when he was talking to Kellyanne, the press secretary from the White House, he cut her off in the middle of her speech so he could counteract what she was saying. Of course, he's a Trump hater anyways. But, okay, this is what I wanted to get at. Folks, you got to be careful. There's a lot of people out there. The Antichrist spirit is in many, many people that you would never, ever think of. Be careful. Persecution is coming to the church, to the Christians. Now, Donald Trump is going to win the presidency of the United States again. He already won it. I shouldn't say he's going to win. He already won it on November 3rd. After everything is all said and done, and he's finally proclaimed the right legal way to be the president. I wonder if they still call, if he's still, like if he's running, which again, to be reelected, do they call him still the president-elect or still retains his title? I don't know. But he will retain his title as president of the United States. And this is going to make so many people angry beyond your wildest imagination. This is why the last video or so, I says, folks, I do it now. I wouldn't wait. I do it now. Do it now. I would stock up on food. I would stock up on all things that you think you may need. I don't mean fill your house till it bursts. But then I want to ask you a question like I've done before, but nobody ever answers me. So that's why I keep asking. The reason why I say that, why do you think all these grocery warehouses are filled to busting out at the seams? They've never been like that. Why? Because they know what's coming. Everybody with a brain in this, well, actually in the world, that follows the politics of the United States of America knew just by the size of the crowds Donald Trump was drawing that this was going to be a blowout. How can you draw 30 and 40 and sometimes almost 50,000 people at every single place you go, day in and day out? How can you draw that many where the guy you're running against barely, I think, once had 200 people at his rally? How could this man lose the election? The one with all, he didn't, because they all showed up and voted and blew Biden away. Well, he was getting ready to blow Biden away. At 9 p.m., the Democrat states that were, Democratic governors and all that were freaking out, going, oh my God, he's going to kill Biden. What are we going to do? Stop the elections. Stop the elections. That's what they did. Then they got all the secret ballots they had hidden away and started stuffing and stuffing. But that wasn't enough because they didn't expect President Trump, especially in Pennsylvania, to be 800,000 votes ahead of Biden at 9 o'clock at night with very little left. He could have 65% or left. There's no way Biden could have ever won that election in Pennsylvania, even if all the votes left were counted for Biden. They knew it. So they had to make more and more and more. And you'll see 4 a.m., this big dump of all these ballots in Wisconsin, in Pennsylvania, all over. Now, all of a sudden, the big lead, the big red wave that did come, they're trying to steal the election. Well, like I told you, Donald Trump knew 4 years ago what to expect. He had prepared for this and has been preparing for this for almost 4 years. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to lose the election. He hasn't lost the election. There is no President-elect Biden. None. There never was. The mainstream media is trying to push this down your throat. Now listen to me. I'm really getting tired, but I'll still keep saying it because I love each and every one of you. I want to make sure you listen. Just because I'm saying it doesn't mean you can check around. But you can't turn to ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC, CNN, Fox now. You can't turn to them for your news. You're not going to hear the truth. I was so surprised, folks, that how much things have changed just since the election day. It's like, wow, Satan is really blowing in here faster than I've ever seen possible. Even though I know what the Word of God says, wow, seeing it, we are the generation that will see the coming of man. We will be raptured out of here. I don't know when, I don't know how soon, but I do know this. You can't come on my channel and say, whoa, how come I'm not hearing this everywhere else? Blah, blah, blah. Because I keep telling you over and over and over, you can't listen to the fake news. And no, I just gave you all of them. There's more. You need to go to Remax. I think that's what they call it, Remax. That's a great news organization. Newsmax, I'm sorry. Thank you, Sue. It's Newsmax. You can go to them. They got all the real news, the way Fox used to be. Fox now, remember, there used to be Fox News way up here, and then way down there was CNN, and below CNN was MSNBC. Now Fox News is below MSNBC, and CNN is up here now. Isn't it funny or strange how the tides have changed? But you see, God said to beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. I think a lot of people took that as if, maybe pastors or prophets or things like that. No, it's anyone and everyone. Be careful, because they're really good at what they do, pulling the wool over your eyes. They've all been activated now, people. Satan's army, I believe for the first time since God ascended to heaven, I believe now Satan's army has been activated. Watch out, be careful, but we will have Donald Trump well, for at least 4 years, but I really believe within that 4-year period, the rapture will take place. Trump will go with us because he says he's a Christian. He says he believes in God. Who am I to say he's not? Yeah, I know about his mouth, but what about my mouth? Sometimes I slip. Does that mean I'm going to hell? Absolutely not. I believe Mike Pence is a true Christian. He's going. So we have nothing to worry about because we're all going to be with Christ once that trumpet blows. Okay, that's enough for me. I didn't want to get on, but gee, so many people, I don't see it on the news. Well, because you're not going to see it on the news because you're looking at the fake news. I told you where to go. All right. God bless. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for the subscriptions. I promise you, and I mean this from my heart, I will not disappoint you. People comment on this room, right? Well, I'm just like you. You got a spare room, don't you? Why do I have to make this all look with these streaming lights and all the background glitter? That's not me. That's not real America. This is real America. What you see in back of me is what I made. What you see here, you can probably tell is Christmas wrapping paper. Me and my wife haven't been able to celebrate Christmas for 2 years. And I told her this year, one way or the other, by golly, we're going to have one. This Christmas wrapping paper was bought 3 years ago. Never used it because we haven't been able to have a Christmas. But we're going to have one this year. I don't, it's too bad about, no, it's not too bad. I was going to say it's too bad about the money we had that we were trying to save for a car, but I can't seem to get one. So we're going to have a Christmas. Now, I understand what Christmas is. It's the birth of Jesus Christ. And that's always in my heart. Always. I know what Christmas is. But we can celebrate Christmas and we can have some presents as well. It doesn't mean you're going to hell. Christmas is a tradition as long as you remember what Christmas really stands for, right? Okay, I'm going to get out of here. God bless each and every one of you. The old Mina. I would appreciate any more subscriptions if you'd like to. And I promise you, like I said, I will not disappoint you. I promise you. Only thing you'll hear coming out of me is truth. And the only thing that will come out of me is things I can hopefully always prove or I won't say it. Okay? All right. Take care. Some thumbs up. Thank you so much. All right. God bless you. I'll probably be on later, more than likely. I'm still waiting for the Supreme Court for their ruling over Pennsylvania. It can't go any way but for Trump. And the reason why I say that, dear Lord, I don't want to jinx this, is their Supreme Court in Pennsylvania overruled the law. They can't do that. They can't. Only the legislature branch can. So that's another long story. If you've listened to me, you know what I've said. All right, take care. This is Gordon Bradley. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Again, you will not be disappointed. All right, we will see you.